Hi, I thought we'd come together and do my pumpkin coasters again, which I love this mold from Molds and Shapes, but I'm actually going to put a bloom in them this time. I'm not sure how great it will look because it's a pumpkin. So we'll just see. I'm just doing it for fun. I have mixed up 10 ounces of J. Diction High Gloss Resin. It's a 1-to-1 lower viscosity resin, almost bordering on medium, but I really consider it a lower viscosity. It's 30 degrees Celsius, 87 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. It'll warm up as I go. I'm going to put about an inch in this cup, an ounce, sorry gang. I probably did a little over because I also want to do this mold here, which I put these really fun glitter in. So that's after I finish this. And then I'm going to fill them with resin. You'll notice that I did put bits in the stems. So I do need to get the resin started in the molds so it can flow into the stems. Just a little bit, or else my blooms will move. And you don't want that. Now I try to pour my resin so that it will flow on its own to fill the mold. I don't keep pouring until the mold is full because you just want a light layer on the bottom. But this time it's a little trickier because I do have the stems. I'm pouring a little in there so that I know the resin is not gonna move into the stems as I work. Hopefully I'm not putting too much resin in the molds. I might have over poured by a bit. We'll see how it works out. If it's too deep, I'll actually get a bloom that drops, and I won't hate that for this, I don't think, because a brighter droppy bloom may look good on these pumpkins. We will see. All right, so for my white, I am using Cast and Craft. Actually, let me check my temperature in this little cup. 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius. So it is a good temperature. And I think whenever I am patient enough and I wait long enough, I prefer to use bloom. Sometimes when my resin is at a lower temperature and I want to force a bloom or start my bloom too soon, a Cast and Craft is better. But this bloom really works well when my resin is warm. Let's get it. Since I didn't have it out and ready to go, let me just work it a bit into the tip. I'll just put it here for a second. I just want to check on my stems. Just really want to avoid the resin moving. I don't know if you've ever had that happen to you before. It's such a pain. Because then your bloom will go up into the stem or up into whatever crevice you have that you're dealing with. I think that should be enough resin to stop it from going in there. All right. So let's mix up some white. Usually with bloom, I only have to do a little drop per ounce. Now I think I have more like 2 ounces in here. So I'm gonna do 2 drops, just small drops as they come to the tip. I move it off. All right, now I have to give it a good mix up, and then this will be the test, see what it looks like. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. All right, just making sure it's all combined. I'm going to set that to a side for a second, And I have Decorum inks. I wanted to do shades of orange because I'm really not sure what the backing will be yet. I almost went for like a coffee and orange, but I decided to do mango and tangerine. I find these inks spread really well when your resin is thick. They seem to have a higher alcohol content. My resin isn't super thick, but I'm going to use these anyway because I want these colors. I've got a gazillion alcohol inks. I could have found the colors in other ones, but I thought, let's give these a go. So that was the mango. It's a little yellowy orange. We're losing our center because there's not a ton of room in here. I didn't want to go too far to the outside, but you know what? We can drop another drop. We will just drop another drop. This is also a test to see if our resin's still moving into the stem because we'll be able to see it move. You know what? I am going to, drop a center, drop a center. All right. That should be good enough. All right, I am going to give this, I stirred it a good bit, so I'm just going to give it a tiny shot of heat because I see some bubbles on the top. I don't know if you could see in there. I always try to get you guys to see, but I don't know if you can really see anything. Let it warm up, and then just give it a little hit of heat. Now I'm going to put it in my piping bag. Pop it out. My little oranges look all over the place, don't they? Some had the little circles and then some didn't. But that will give it character. All right, I'm going to take a little tip off. And let's think about this. My really flowery, squiggly bloom would probably look really good in this. I thought about doing something petally, more sunflower-ish with the longer petals. Let's try that. Let's see how that goes. So I'm going to start in the center. There we go. I don't do great with this freehand type of thing. I'm just messy. Don't calculate my space right. All right, let's just do, let's see, I'm going to pull it to the side while I think about the next line. Let's go ahead and do circles in here. You know what? I don't know that I used enough white. Do you see how it's getting very thin, almost see-through? Let's, let me just go along these just a little bit. Hope I'm not messing it up. I'm just giving it a little bit more white. I'll have to pour a little thicker or pipe a little bit thicker with the next go round. All right, and I think a little dot. I'm planning on bits for centers, so I'm not really worried about the center. All right, here we get another chance to do it right. Or do a better job. Hopefully I piped a little thicker with this round. And dots. We'll see how it works out. Sometimes I think, oh, my white's not right. And then I unmold them and I'm like, oh, that looks nice. Sometimes I just can't tell. I'm just hoping it's white enough because I do want to try to do the crackle back. But if I see that it's pale, we might just do a deep color. All right, last one, last chance to really get it right. I don't usually do these because they require a little more precision. All right, now we need our bits. I think I'm just going to use what I used in the stem. Stand up so I can see the center. I did see this one. I didn't quite. I did it kind of messy. You can avoid the messy by mixing it with some resin first. But I don't do that. I just am messy. All right. Well, that's it for now. Most likely we're coming back to back them because I do want to try to do something fun. We'll see how it works out. We'll be back. All right, we're back for these. They're not quite hard yet, but I think they're good enough to come out of the mold. I backed them with this orange and just put in a little bit of this Octopus Fluids Resin Ink Sandalwood. I'm not too excited that these came out okay. I noticed some slipping of the blooms where they went other directions, so the center moved. So I don't have too much hope for these, but we'll just see how they came out. That's not bad, but you could see how I feel like it's tilted, the bloom is, right? But I mean, that doesn't look bad at all. It's not a bad bloom. It's still a little soft, so I'm gonna put it face down. I was prepared to hate them, so that one I don't hate. I don't hate this one either, but you can see it went a little to the top. They sort of all like did their own thing, and I'm not really sure why. Again, it's soft, so I probably won't be able to take pictures today or for a few hours because they are soft. This is one I noticed had moved a lot, but again, don't hate it. I do, now that I see that they're not bad, I wish I had done a different back, but that's okay. That's okay. Oops. Oh. All right, last one. Yeah, it's not actually bad. It's just, it went a little wonky, but they still look kind of cool. I wish I had done different backs, but that's okay. I'll give it another go.